When District 9 was released in 2009, it quickly became one of my favorite movies of all time and put director Neil Blomkamp and actor Sharlto Copley on the map. Since then, we now have Elysium, and director Neil Blomkamp is back with a bigger cast, bigger budget, and a bigger set piece. But does he capture the same magic that made District 9 such a surprise hit? Find out in our review.
If District 9 was a cleverly disguised social-political statement on immigration in the world, then Elysium is a timely piece about the separation of classes. When Earth becomes overpopulated and polluted, the wealthy flee the planet and take refuge in the paradise in the stars, the orbiting space station simply called Elysium. While the rest of us struggle to get through every day, the elite live in luxury where no one gets sick and no one gets old. The premise of Elysium is a brilliantly original concept, and the idea of the working class being left to live out their days in squalor to keep the rich and powerful, is a wonderfully topical veil of civil unrest that's all over our news today that's disguised as an action movie. The people of Elysium have grown accustomed to a way of life and will stop at nothing to keep it that way.
Shoot them down. Missiles away.
Matt Damon fills the shoes of Max, a working class simply trying to leave his criminal days behind him and live each day working towards the dream of finding a way to Elysium. After an accident that leaves Max,
in 5 days' time, you will die.
The film immediately sets into overdrive. With time wasting away from him, Max sets out to find a way to Elysium, firmly believing,
This ain't gonna kill me.
This is the basic setup and really the only driving force within the movie. While the overarching story comes to a head towards the end, the audience is left with very little initial motivation to root for Max or any other character he crosses paths with on his journey to heal himself on Elysium. The actors managed to bring some nice character touches to the screen, but overall the script itself is somewhat lacking. Matt Damon does a fine job and makes Max a somewhat likable hero.
Elevation in heart rate detected. Would you like a pill?
No, I am okay. Thank you.
Are you being sarcastic and/or abusive?
Negative.
But when compared against Sharlto Copley's devastating turn as the sadistic Kruger, his performance leaves something to be desired. The most surprising disappointment was Jodie Foster's character as Madame Delacourt. Her character never feels as fleshed out as it should be, and she comes up completely underwhelming as the film's antagonist. Plus, I'm not sure what accent or dialect she was going for, but let's just say that whatever it was, it's all bad. Neil Blomkamp continues to be a pioneer of camera work with some truly inventive and original camera movements and angles. While most of the picture is brilliantly framed and executed, there are some rare instances where the handheld camera made it incredibly difficult to keep track of the action unfolding on the screen. It's a small gripe compared to most action movies today, but it's just disappointing compared to the rest of the amazing sequences. Director Neil Blomkamp had a lot to live up to after the incredibly successful District 9, and while Elysium doesn't reach the fantastic heights set by its predecessor, there's still no denying Blomkamp's originality and imagination in the world he's created that feels both real and wholly organic while still giving us a reason to love going to the movies all over again. Elysium lands an 8 out of 10.
There's no coming back from this.